Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to the early access for Solasta II. As today we start steering this alpha towards its end. I feel like we've been pretty thorough. We've cleared just about every exploration site we could find, minus perhaps just this one. And I suppose we should probably poke around down south just to see if we can maybe wrap up Tusa's thing as well. But aside from that, yeah, it might be time to steer our way back towards Kaer Mar. Oh yeah, I suppose there's these optional encounters as well, but honestly at this point those are pretty low priority. Etten's still here. Although it is possible they're hitting us with a curveball here. Oh, yeah, look at that. They actually did change the password. It's now PassPass. That's cute. You know, there's a part of me that wants to fight the Etten just to see what it drops, but they seem pretty harmless, relatively speaking. I think I'd actually feel kind of bad about it. Maybe if they mentioned like a pile of corpses or something, as they have with some of the other creatures we've encountered, then it would be a bit less amusing. Poachers have set up a makeshift camp next to a dilapidated cabin. Occasionally, they glance nervously toward the cabin door. As you try to work out what's going on, you almost miss one of the guards patrolling around the poachers' camp. Okay, this is new. You manage to hide from your enemies, which ropes us into fighting them. Okay, sure. A bit odd we don't have the option to just leave, not that we would, but let's see what we got, I guess. Not sure why these particular poachers deserve to die, but such is the will of the DM, so who are we to question it? Also, although the central plateau is obviously part of the generic random encounter map, they have slightly customized it. That's new. We've got the cabin on the north side, plus these caltrops, of course. That's a nice touch. I like that. Good to see some actual variety after repeating the same map 3 or 4 times previously. Yeah, because we previously fought, We previously fought 2 groups of kobolds and, I think, bandits on this map, but minus the cabin and caltrops. The plateau is very distinctive, and honestly the best place to generally engage the enemies from. Could use perhaps slightly more variety there, but for now we'll take advantage. Let's do this. Okay, so slight issue there. I have noticed that when we initiate an ambush, it does not allow you to use your offhand attack as you normally would during combat. Minor, considering it's only like an extra 1d4 damage, but, you know, still. Something they should probably smooth out. Just keep hammering. And as per usual, since we're on the world map, no need to hold back. Oh. Oh my. I don't know. I mean, I know they play it fast and loose with the stat blocks, even for humanoid enemies. That's always going to feel weird to me, though, because I know you're not supposed to get a second attack per round until level 5. I'm used to enemies generally following more or less the same rules the players do. But Beyond definitely seems to kind of hand wave a lot of that. Not a huge deal, I suppose. It's just, I guess, something that rankles me as a former DM. I prefer a standardized rule set. Oh, that's a biggin. Lion A. Not to be mistaken for Lion O. I would be slightly daunted, but you know, we're in a pretty advantageous position. We'll worry about it if he actually reaches us. But for now, the barrage continues. Hi! No, let's go for Shout. Rousing Shout. Better to bank the advantage than an extra 1d6. Gaia Fright's more or less neutralized. Huza can start whittling the next bowman. Whittle down all the bowmen, force the melee guys to close. Which they'll have a hard time doing if Rob's foot keeps spearing them through the ankles. Oh, okay, so that's what's inside the cabin. Good to know. Also, I guess we now know why that guy's name is Lion A. You know what? Fair enough. Though, honestly, a bunch of young sand lions, nothing to really worry about. We already know we can mulch those. Case in point.
How did I miss?
I would also like to know that. How did you miss? You have failed me, Norva.
Nayorka, Ivor.
It's fine, though. We've still got Jeff on tap.
Malmis.
That's how you do it. So what do we got? We've got 4 lions in there. 3 now. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Rob's foot, go ahead and reposition. Actually, wait, no, they're resistant to your spears, so I guess just stay focused on these guys. Poacher out. Lovely. Now reposition, just in case. Gotta get a shield wall set. Doomnani.
Arcana, Evo.
It doesn't really matter. At this point, I think we're pretty well set. No. No need. Arouse! Oh, nice. Tuza. Lion A on approach. Nope. And let's wrap this up. I mean, Lion A is tanky enough. He'll take another round or two to fully drop, but that's not really going to make much difference at this point.
Nayorka, Evo, Malnis.
Oh, nice. Would have been nicer if you'd procced a second shot, but we will still take it. Come on, Rob. Jumnani, you want to give it a shot?
Arcana, Evo, Malmis! Malmis!
Hey, there we go.
Death reaches out.
Braun, let's get you more proactively on point. Still within shouting range, though. Nice, nice. Right. The young ones are not resistant. That's only the adults. The adult ones are the ones with resistance to slashing and piercing, as well as that invigorating howl. And the pounce move that we saw them use that one time. That one's definitely insidious. You suck! Okay, now let's wrap this up. Now that we've stripped these guys of their pride. Oh.
Nayorka, Evo, Malnis.
Nice. Rob? Which just leaves Dar over there.
Arcana, Evo, Malmis!
How do I get you to dash all the way around without... I know there's a way to do it without having to manually select dash. I'll have to look into that later. And we're good. Honestly, I would say this is like one of those encounters that looks daunting on paper, but That... Oh, nice. Yeah, that ambush point they gave us was just too good to overcome. It was just a dominating advantage. Wow, though. Random encounter dropping magic items. That's crazy. But we'll take it. Especially since neither of them seems like an item we're apt to use, but we'll ID them just in case. I'm gonna guess those are just standard +1s, though.
I'm so tired.
And how about our cabin in the woods? What do we got?
Something's hidden here.
Yeah, we do have something. Okay, wow, yeah. We will absolutely take it. Scroll of Calm Emotions, interesting. And let's get this stuff ID'd. I mean, I'm pretty sure we already know what it is, but might as well make it official. And top off while we're at it. +1 hide, right? Which is useless to us because none of our guys use medium. And no option to ID the sword. Interesting. Oh, which might be because it's identical to the other one we found. It might just be another +1. Yeah, because we already ID'd this one before. Which, yes, does seem to have automatically ID'd this one as well. Not sure that's intentional, but, you know, as we've seen before, the ID system is currently in a kind of wonky state. As always, obligatory reminder that this is just an unfinished alpha. And yeah, despite the excitement of finding 2 magic items in this random encounter, they are both items that aren't of particular use. Not for our crew, anyway. Maybe if we had, like, a great sword-wielding barbarian. Oh well. I mean, look, I'm certainly not complaining. That's not a bad haul for like 15 minutes work. So we're pretty much done up here. Could head straight back towards Kaer Mar, but I do feel compelled to at least check out this last question mark. And hopefully, like, maybe that's Tuz's thing? It is right next to the river. Yeah, we'll probably ignore the optionals. Footprints. Nothing untoward on a well-trodden path. No, we've seen this. We've seen this twice. Yep, kobolds. Okay. Which, again, could be Tuz's thing. So, I mean... Yeah, all right. Let's give it a look. Tracking can be a difficult endeavor, but between your sharp senses, clever use of the skills at your disposal, and nature's cooperation, you find what you're looking for. Your quarry is within reach. As you expected, kobolds. What you didn't expect was the opponent they face. A fierce sand lion. It's injured and not alone. It appears to be protecting its cubs. The sand lion notices you, but the kobolds do not. At least, not yet. It's clearly on the defense, and in a poor condition to fight. A stealthy approach might give an edge on the kobolds, but would mark you as a threat. Perhaps a skillful beastmaster could convince the sand lion otherwise, but that would attract more than a sand lion's eyes. To interfere or not, the choice is yours. You know, thematically I might normally intervene, but we've already fought these guys twice. I don't see tossing a sand lion in the mix being enough to make it worth doing again. Not all problems require your intervention, and when an exit presents itself, it can be wisest to take it. You reach the main path without issue, the sounds of a bestial struggle slowly fading into the distance, as you resume your adventures. Let's see what this one is. You come across a caravan at the side of the road. There is no one inside. The words Bim Bim Brothers are flamboyantly painted in blue and gold. Oh, snap, we know this guy, right? We met him once. As you take a look inside the caravan, a small figure approaches. A gnome who seems very suspicious of you. After an initially cool reception, the tone relaxes and he introduces himself as Bamble Bim Bim. He tells you that he is heading to Caer Treffia, where he hopes to find his brother, Brimble. Yes, that's who we met. We met Brimble Bim Bim before. I feel like this probably shouldn't still be an option, but is there anyone else here? Calling out. A gnome emerges from some trees. After a brief exchange, he introduces himself again as Bamble Bim Bim, tells you he's headed to Caer Treffia, looking for his brother, and then hands you some food. Probably not how that was supposed to play out, but that's fine. We'll take the rations. And yeah, I guess that's it. That is all of the marked non-random encounters. So I guess Tuesday's thing just isn't in yet. She's stuck with us for the time being. Let's head on back. Oh. Horrifying screams reach your ears. Moving to investigate, you find a poor lad perishing in the jaws of a massive sand lion. Circling this grisly scene, a copse of dryads appear to be enjoying the spectacle. One turns in your direction, then vanishes behind a tree. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, this is new. Ambush? Hey, Norva. All right, let's see what we've got. A copse of dryads and a massive sand lion. Also some will-o'-the-wisps. Oh yeah, and once again, look at that. They've actually got some custom scenery. Though we do still see the obligatory central ambush plateau. A feature which really shouldn't be on every random encounter map, because if it is, it's where I'm always going to go. Little cabin off left, looks inaccessible. We're seeing one dryad, but they said there was another that split off, so where did that one get off to? Oh yeah, look at that. Matriarch Edwina. Okay, so we've got another, like Lion A, we've got another actual named enemy, which I guess might mark this as a rare encounter. Let's isolate her, take her down first. Yeah, right over here. I'm not. Oh, there she is. Wow, yeah, she blends right in. Right. Let's do this. Oof. Not a great starting roll. Pin her down. We'll see if we can trap her against the edge of the map. That'll make it a lot easier to take her down. Doomnani. Wow, resistant to fire. You would not expect that from a plant type. Rest of the enemies are like 2 rounds out. Plenty of time for Edwina. Assuming we can actually hit her.
I must.
Oh, Braun, you're killing me, bud. Hey, there we go. Nice. Yes, okay, she is not resistant to slashing. Which I guess kind of tracks, like axes, chopping down trees. But she is resistant to piercing. Yeah, I suspected as much after that initial dud with Norva. It's fine, though. We've got this. Dryad in sniping position. All right. Let's start whittling these guys down. You focus down the sand lion because it is not resistant. Nice. Doomnani, use the force.
Arcana, Evo, Malmis,
And patch Norva.
Marike, Abio, Cure.
Biggin comes in, possibly growls. Yeah. Yeah, that's annoying, but not insurmountable. Pretty clustered. Good time for an AoE, I think. But not Burning Hand, since we know she's resistant. Shatter?
Nayorka, Evo,
Oh, perfect.
Malmit!
Nice. Though she still yet stands, my goodness. Wisps on approach. Or wood fairies, rather. Braun moves in. Blocks them off. Yeah, if she tries to run, he can cut her down. Ow. Oh, come on, man. Starting to see some weird slowdown in this fight. Hopefully it can hold it together. But yeah, I mean, again, Alpha obviously not fully optimized just yet. My goodness, would you please fall down? Dryad 3, finally entering the fray. Clear the ads. Nice. Also nice. Also knife. Finish Shadwyn.
Arcana, Evo. Malmis.
All bark, no bite. Though, speaking of bite, still got that sand lion. Nice, nice. Yeah, because we know that thing can actually cause some serious damage. 2 attacks per round. Slashing plus poison. Also, it has the pounce move, so let's, I guess, be ready for that. I probably shouldn't have pushed 2s up there. Well, no, because now she has the advantage of Dumnani's shield, at least. Sand Lion, half down. 2 Wood Fairies, 2 Dryads. It's this It's the wood fairies in particular that seem to be getting some weird laggy delay on their turn inputs. Definitely needs to be addressed, whatever that is. But, you know, in the short term, we'll just take them out. Won't have to worry about it once they're dead. Oh, goodness. Alright, that's not great. I guess I was kind of low prioritizing you because you kept missing, but fair enough. No accounting for crits. Wisp out. Oh, come on. That's fine. Magic Missile will get it done. Umnani? Yeah, one into the Wisp, the rest into you. Should take care of our weird lag spikes. Doomnani's running on fumes, but we're close to the end of the fight. I'm not going to worry about that too much.
Nayorka, Evo. Malmis.
Ron's actually starting to get a bit dinged up too. Honestly, nice to actually take a few hits here and there. That first fight went way too smoothly. I really do prefer it when they can actually push back. And we're done. One more magic missile should do it.
Arcana, Evo, Malmis!
Nice. That was fun. And I mean, honestly, I only started realizing late into the fight there just how perilous that was for Tuza in particular. Whole bunch of range fighters plus the pouncing sand lion. Oh, look at that. That is lovely. But yeah, that was kind of a death trap for a 6 hit point companion. We actually got pretty lucky there. But risk paid off. Since we got something that is hopefully slightly more exciting than generic +1 gear. Scope the scenery. Yeah, and you just set dressing. Nothing we can do there. Sorry, bud. I tried. And let's get this stuff ID'd. Also, top off. Ring of Fire Resistance. Lovely. That we can definitely use. As well as a hand-carved leaf amulet. Oh, another skill item. Nature and animal handling. Which I think we've already got pretty well covered, but let me get a gander. The ring definitely goes to Braun, though. He is the party tank. One sec. Gotta pour through our proficiencies. No, I was thinking Doomnani, but he needs that slot for his holy symbol, which I guess he requires to cast Healing Word. So, unfortunately, short of just giving it to Norva for a +2 in animal handling, which would be redundant, I guess we're good. Really don't have much use. Though, you know, again, I mean, if it was an item that just gave you a flat skill bonus or upgraded to expertise, that would be a much more exciting find. I'd love to actually make my skill checks better, as opposed to just getting skill proficiencies I already have. Ah, well. I've already submitted feedback on that, so we'll see if anything changes by launch. Oh. Seeing the coast, Tuza rejoices. Or at least that's what you think the peculiar growling and barking noises are. Tuza knows where we is. You is true friends. She gives you an odd look. Cunning, surprise, maybe amusement, maybe joy, before she throws something small and hard at you, then disappears behind a rock at the bottom of the cliff. Oh, okay. Well, oh, shoot. It said something there, but it was gone too fast for me to see it. And we got a dragon scale. Interesting. What does that do? Is that just a rare crafting ingredient? A dragon scale, lost by the dragon that the kobolds worship. No item tag, so no idea what that might actually do. Huh. Like, on the one hand, I'm glad there was an actual resolution to Tuza's thing, but honestly, that just raises more questions. Like, I really was genuinely expecting a double cross. It almost seemed like they were kind of leaning into it there as well, though I suppose that might be for something like later in the full game. There were supposed to be signs of dragons around Old Harbor, which actually is right next to where we dropped her off. So perhaps that's what that dragon scale would eventually be for. To play into some future dragon-related event. Upon approaching the Sentinel, you can see smoke and fire. Something bad is going on at the beacon border. Oh, wow, okay. Guess we're not pausing just yet. What have we got?
The Sentinel is under attack!
It's the same creatures who fought with Deorcus at the funeral. What should we do?
What do you think? We defend ourselves.
Oh, interesting. Okay, it's the follow-up to the original teaser trailer, for anyone who remembers that. Yeah, in the original teaser trailer for Solasta II. Forgot to equip the ring. And yeah, we'll go ahead and equip the necklace while we're at it. But yeah, during the, back in the original teaser trailer for Solasta II, they had a very weird scene where the game's big bad approaches a fortress, which must have been this one, the Sentinel. Yeah, and as she walked, she left this giant coating of Geiger-esque goo, which I really don't want to walk on, even before we take the giant yellow exclamation point into account. Because I can't imagine that that would lead to anything good. So, you know, maybe just stay focused on the guys off right. Yeah, move to assist that guard there. Well, no, because we'd have to go through it just to get up there as well. It's all over the... It's all over the ladder. I mean, I guess we could just camp here, kill them as they come to us. Though I suppose that might be a while since we've got a bunch of guards they'd have to mulch through first. Shadwyn, that's her name. Yeah, the original teaser introduced Shadwyn assaulting a fortress with goo and corrupt Kavuli. So I guess this'll be our first actual in-game look at Shadwyn, I assume. We'll likely get a glimpse once we clear this first group. Which is honestly a bit wild. You'd think we'd have seen her sooner, considering that we've been name-dropping her for a while, I think. We're having some weird issues with LOS. Like, it's telling us we can see them before we finish moving, but then when I actually go to target people, it's telling me... Maybe it's too dark? Like, we can see this guy out here. But we can't see the guys up top. Even though it's giving us a line of sight indicator. But I do have to keep in mind that humans and halflings do not have dark vision, so in theory, if it is too dark, which I can't clearly tell, there's no darkness indicator, I think, is there? I mean, maybe it is dark, but if it is, I'm not sure how we're supposed to be able to tell other than just the shading on the screen. Yeah, because, like, Braum can't target anyone. Jemfa could, but Jemfa is a gnome who would have dark vision.
Arcana, Evo.
Okay, I mean, that's got to be what it is, right? So let's go ahead and get lights up.
Marike, Evo.
Also, I just realized... Doomnani is exhausted, that's unfortunate. But not a huge deal. Of our characters, he's the one who's probably hurt by it the least. Alright, let's see if that helped, which, you know, right off the bat, appears to be a big no. Okay, I guess let's try the goo. Ow, yep, saw that coming. But at least we actually got to do something. Oof, boy, we paid for it, though. That was 10 points of damage overall. 5 from stepping on the goo, 5 from the enemy exploding. Oh, okay, we can go up here. I think. Yes, okay. Okay, that actually helps. Now, Jebfa, you're a gnome, I think, so you, in theory, can target someone from range.
Neyorka, Evo,
Yes.
Malmis!
Okay, okay, so that's gotta be it. You know what? That does make sense. I just wish they made it a bit easier to tell exactly why it was happening. But we got there. We got there. No harm done, I suppose, aside from 10 points of necrotic on Rob's foot. Plus, you know, those poor guys. Also, I think the Kavuli are also taking damage from standing on the goo. Which does work in our... Oh yeah, that guy's super dead. Which does work in our favor. So, I mean, the longer they linger in the goo, the easier it makes things for us. Alright, see, now Norva can see. I don't know why Norva can see, even though this guy is all the way up here. Maybe because there's a fire a few spaces over to the side? Either way, target out. Nicely done. Well, let's see if Rob's foot can target someone. Because he's the one who was having trouble with it originally. Him and Doomnani. And Braum. So, Braum, we'll move you up here. There's a giant fire right behind these guys. In theory, if we move you here, you should be able to draw a line of sight. Yeah, we know we can attack them from adjacency, because that's what we did with Rob. But in theory... Okay, okay. Now we are getting somewhere. Doomnani up next. He can't get all the way up, but we'll have him ready. He is a mobile light source now, so he should have line of sight to anything within, I want to say, 10?
Arcana, Evo!
Okay. Okay. You know what? This is actually starting to make sense to me now. That guy is well outside the range of a light spell, but he is right near that other giant fire. So yeah, there's like a radius of visibility of about 5-10 squares out from every fire on the map, plus Doomnani.
Arcana, Necro!
Okay, but I don't get what's going on with Rob's foot, because, like, that should, in theory, be close enough to... Like, he should be able to at least perceive Norva. Norva is adjacent, and we should also be within range of Doomnani's light spell.
Neyorka, Evo,
Huh.
Neyorka, Evo.
I am confused.
You never trained hard enough.
Wow. Norva, he's up. Guy's just trying to survive. Okay, they're all coming towards us now. That actually really helps. That makes this a bit more manageable. Let's get everyone up top. In fact, Norva, why don't you just... Yeah, go straight in. You're going to take a hit on the ladder, but you'll live.
You're still in the fight.
Sorry. But that gets him off the map. We'll have Doomnani heal Norva once he comes up, which is bottom of the round. Ah, sorry, bud. I tried. Alright, let's go ahead and start mopping these guys up. We should have no visibility problems now that we're next to this giant fire. Doomnani up. Heal Norva.
Maraike, Abio.
No visibility. Push all the way up.
Arcana, Evo.
Yeah, that could just be a normal LOS issue. I think we have to get all the way up. I don't think we saw lines when we were running up the ramp. Also has the added benefit of shedding more light.
Maraike, Abio. Cure.
Nice. Jeppa just finished the guy on the go. Which just leaves these three, plus the one up top. So we're actually in pretty good shape, despite the difficulties with darkness. Though, yeah, I think this is really the first time we've kind of struggled because of our complete lack of dark vision. In retrospect, I guess we could have had Doomnani fire off dark vision spells, at least 2. But we're doing okay.
Nayorka, Evo. Malnis.
Oh, shoot. Wow. Okay, well. Speaking of visibility, now Doomnani definitely can't see. Oh, goodness. Norva goes for backstab. There we go. Nice. Now the one last guard. That guy over yonder. He just starts circling around. Hopefully doesn't die in the goo. Fighters hold the gaps. Oh, boy. Starting to see some heavy hits here. Hang in there, guys. Rousing shouts out, so second wind.
I'm in your debt.
Doomnani moves over. Can you even target while you're blind?
Arcana, Evo.
No. No, you cannot. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. I guess just hang tight. In theory, you should get a chance to recover from that every round. Or we could get someone on the caster, see if we can force a concentration check.
Marike Abio Pure.
Okay, what's like, see, I don't understand what's happening with this. We are literally right next to a giant fire. Rob is not blind. There is no reason he shouldn't be able to see. Why can he not attack? You know, requisite reminder, this is just an alpha. I'm sure they'll get it smoothed out, but yeah, that's something that definitely needs to be fixed.
Nayorka Evo.
Because there's definitely something hinky going on there.
Malnus.
Nice. But you know, if it is just basic darkness mechanics, darkness, my old friend, then they really need to make it clearer. They need to shed some light, so the player has a better idea of exactly what's going on. Nice. Also, ow, but, you know, still. Just leaves our caster on high. The high-level threat. Let's get up there. Yes, Brawn on point.
That's impressive.
Was it? Hey, okay. Thanks. I'll also say fighting enemies that explode is not super fun.
Marike Abio Pure.
Really does feel like it harkens back to the old Dragonlance days. You know, fighting Draconians was always needlessly punishing as well, since every time one died, the various different types had different ways to punish you for winning. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with you, Rob. I guess thanks for coming. Just hang out, draw fire. I guess it is pretty dark up there. But he couldn't attack below either, right next to the fire. And Dumnani. Dumnani was right behind him. Old person. Cute. Also no reaction from Rob, because he can't see. But it's fine, because at this point, this guy's purely on the defensive. Hey, what's up? Braun? Go ahead and cut this guy off. And you, in theory, should be able to reflex attack if he tries to run. You're not having whatever weird issue Rob is. Dumnani's still blind. See, that's actually the biggest problem with not being able to hit this guy. We can't force... Oh! Okay, well, now Rob can hit him. Alright, whatever. We're almost done.
Nayorka Evo. Malnus.
Wow, rude. Also, you're dead.
What's that on the ground? It looks like it's alive.
Look, it's spreading from over there. Who is that? One thing's for certain. They're responsible for the attack.
There's someone else.
Mark, it's burning! Where are they? Gone.
The other figure, that looked like Diorcus.
How could you tell from this distance?
A gut feeling.
Herald, are you okay?
I think so. And you?
Still living?
Good. Normally I'd complain about losing my goods and equipment. But all this... so much death.
Did you see what happened?
Not the start of it. I was up in the woods hunting. I ran back as fast as I could, but these things... they look like sickless, but twisted by corruption. I've heard of it, but to see it... oh, terrible.
At least you could defend yourself. Did you see their leader?
The witch? Yes, I did. They were chanting her name. Shadwyn, Shadwyn. It was as if they worshipped her.
That name again. Hang on. Isn't that the person Diorcus was talking about before she left?
You're right. It might just be a coincidence, but still, that's worrying.
Diorcus? Who's that?
She's our sister. You didn't see another human? A woman with Shadwyn?
Can't say I did. I was too busy fighting her goons and avoiding all that god's awful stuff spreading across the ground.
Well, it's good to see you're alive.
Likewise.
Stay in the light, Herald.
You too. You too.
Interesting, interesting. All right, well, you know, we're still in the dark on a lot of details, but things, I think, are starting to slowly come together here. And, I mean, I feel like, again, we had a bit of an obnoxious bug during that fight, unless there's something I was overlooking. I mean, if someone could see whatever was causing us issues there, I'd love to know. But Rob's foot was having a really rough time of it. Came in clutch right towards the end, though. He did finally take out that caster. And yeah, this butts us right up against the original teaser trailer. Which does kind of lead me to believe that the alpha must not run much longer. I'm gonna guess it leaves off once we get back to Karamar. Though, I suppose we'll know soon enough. Oh man, can we actually get that stuff out there without being eaten by goo? That was necrotic damage, I think? We have a ring of necrotic resistance. Also, we have a level up. Nice. Yes, okay, so that's another nod towards this being right up towards the end of the current alpha. Because level 4 is the current cap. With, I think, the full game plan to go up to level 10 or 12. But regardless, yeah, I think that makes this a good place to call it. We'll hit the pause button for now. We'll take care of the usual off-screen bookkeeping, figure out what we're doing with those level ups. And we will pick up here next time. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to ErieB23, Revenant, Alois, Bowman, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, EgonAlter, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Lady Shayna, Mark Giemza, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.
It might just be a coincidence, but still, that's worrying.